Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Jill Carroll, your world religions professor. And in this short video, we're going to talk about the big questions that the religions of the world tend to focus on. And these are powerful human questions that human beings, from as long as we've been human, as long as we've been here, we have been concerned with. They are some of the deepest questions that we have. And so the great religions of the world and the great philosophical systems of the world, they all tend to hover around these questions, and they provide answers to those questions, very different kinds of answers from the different religions. So one of those big questions is, what is real? What's the nature of reality? Is it all spiritual? Is it physical? Is it both? What is the nature of reality and what's real? So that's a big one. Another one is, how did we get here? How did all this other stuff get here? How did human beings get here? How did the earth get here? The cosmos, the animals, how did it all get here? How did it start? Where did it come from? This is a huge question in religion and in philosophy. Another one, why are we here? Why is all this here? Why is there something here rather than nothing? And particularly us, why are we here? Why? Why are we here? Related to that, now that we're here, what are we supposed to do? How are we to live? What is the right way to live? How are we to be here? That's the question of ethics. What's the proper and right way to live? So many of the religions have a component of ethical or moral teaching or sensibility or even rules and laws about how we are to live. Another one is, there's a big one. What happens when we die? What happens when we die? As human beings, we know that we're going to die, and we often have anxiety about that. And so why do we die? That's sometimes a question, but what happens when we die? So the world's religions, many of them give answers to that, and they postulate that there are afterlives of some sort. There's maybe heaven or hell or other types of existences beyond this human one that we go into after we die. Another final question, what does it all mean? What does all this mean? What does life mean? What is the meaning of life in general? More particularly, what's the meaning of human life? And what's the meaning of my life? What does my life mean? Is there an inherent meaning? How would I know it? What's the meaning? So these are some of the biggest questions that human beings have ever asked. And we've been asking them for centuries, even millennia. Most of our great literature, our great philosophy, our great art, our religions, so much of our cultural production revolves around and hovers around these fundamental questions of human existence. And so just knowing that gives you an insight into what most all of the world religions in some way or another are going to spend their time focusing on. So now you know. I'm Dr. Jill Carroll, your world religions professor. Thanks for watching.